I have peace of mind here. My girlfriends, I save them some piece of land. Victor here, Naomi here, then we begin a gay village. It'll be better when we are together in our solidarity. So we get funds together, we help these poor ones around, improve their houses, their toilets. At the end of the day, they will like us and say, no, they are not bad people. If my friends come to visit, they can sleep here. My relatives, they can also sleep here. Then here, where I sleep, as a master's bedroom, since I'm the master. Problem is that I'm no longer so really stable in Uganda. About the bill, I don't know if it passes, I will have to leave. I've told people that I'll be the last one to leave this country because I'm one of the biggest leaders here. So if I run away, who is going to defend the others? But if it's for asylum, then I don't know. But I don't think I can get asylum in your countries. I don't like winter, unfortunately. It's warm, eh? California. Ibra, have you heard? We are going to California, that their place is not winter. It's warm. I sleep here alone, really. But it's very big that sometimes I fear. So if they come and get me here when I'm alone. But always my phone is on throughout.
Part 2. Men of Shame, Part 2. Shedding more light on who is who in the homosexual world. We were fulfilling our promise to our readers. We promised that we had 100 pictures. So to build trust in your readers, you must indeed provide them. Had it not been for the for the court case, then I would be telling you that tomorrow we have a part 3. They have used our stories to create an impression that homosexuals are under attack in Uganda, which is fiction, X-rated fiction. It's a requirement of every journalist to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. We are very proud. At least these people can't go back to schools. People know them. You welcome them. But for us in Uganda, people are saying no to them. If I happen to live for long, at least I will tell my kids and grandkids that for me, I did my job. We fought homosexuality.
The international community working with us, we enlighten them and we tell them what is real on the grassroots. So it's us to show the reality, the issues. We are going to document. Is Uganda respecting the principles they have signed?
Thanks for accepting to be part of the steering committee team to report to the UN.
They take them to Geneva. So they assess and say, Uganda, what do you have to say? You signed such and such a treaty. They don't want to show out there that they have not done what they're supposed to do. They say we are shaming them in front of the international community.
At the UPR session in Geneva, states will be asking questions to Uganda. They'll be sitting up on a panel, and like Norway, we could then raise a question to the Ugandan panel. What questions do you want to be raised? And also have recommendations. What do you recommend, very concretely, do you want the Ugandan government or authorities to do?
Listen to this. The bill provides that any person who fails to report known violations of the law will also be subject to up to 3 years in prison.
It targets everyone. When you have a child who is gay, if you're a doctor and you treat someone who is gay, you're supposed to report.
The more we become vulnerable, fear to go to report to a doctor, to a nurse, so we are going back into the closet. And the more we go back in the closet, we are vulnerable to disease and HIV spreading.
In regards to the issue of health, even at university level, the sexual education, they tackle little. So I don't know.
Reflect backwards. When we started talking to children in primary school about sex education when HIV had just come, parents, they marched. No, we don't want our children to be taught about sex. Do you remember? Oh, we were still very young. HIV started being rampant. Okay? We pushed. Young teacher, you know, I've been there. We started teaching it. After 5 years, they said, it's good. Now our girls, they know how to make informed decisions about HIV. How do we package that? That's the problem.
How to do it is to lobby for policy change.
Good.
And seek sexual education, health education, and access to quality health services.
We know we have an archive of newspapers where some policymakers from the government themselves have mentioned something.
Are these issues actually documented somewhere?
Yes. I've been documenting this. Me, what I'm thinking now is so many bills are coming up. There is the anti-homosexuality bill, criminalization of passing HIV intentionally. So I have this statement as a recommendation, not to institutionalize discrimination against people perceived to be LGBTI, such that we don't look at LGBT issues as a separate thing, but as a human rights issue. We're going to recommend decriminalization to come out of the penal codes and the constitution, and then we can be free. I'm so much into fighting laws, justice and whatever.
This week I was reading a book and I got a quote that says, "The tree of freedom is watered by the blood of martyrs." Literally meaning some people have to die so that there is freedom. In China, the square, the demonstrations and all that. There is need to have some sacrifice for these issues to get out there.
No proposed law in the history of this country has stirred as much controversy.
We may disagree about gay marriage, but surely we can agree that it is unconscionable to target gays and lesbians for who they are, whether it's here in the United States or more extremely in odious laws that are being proposed most recently in Uganda.
I don't understand this bill, really. Unbelievable. Even a parent, it says if a parent has a child, you should report the child.
Received another letter from the Archbishop. The council learned with profound shock Bishop Christopher Senyonjo's involvement in the promotion of homosexuality in Uganda. You are hereby denied the right to exercise the office of a bishop. The diocese do launch a vigorous crusade against all forms of homosexuality.
We want to pray the bill will be passed into law without any debate, to tell the whole world that our business is to do what God wants us to do, not what somebody out there says we should do.
Clearly, the gulf still exists between the two camps in this debate. Is homosexuality un-African?
Whether you make whatever amount of noise, I cannot allow Ugandan children to be recruited into homosexuality. I will never allow it.
The uproar over the bill recently reached fever pitch abroad, with condemnations and threats to cut off aid.
If the giving us of mosquito nets, ARVs, and malaria medicine involves us embracing sodomy and following the way of Sodom and Gomorrah, then we would rather die in dignity than live in dishonor.
The cabinet was sharply divided. President Museveni argued that passing the anti-gay bill could pose intricate foreign policy challenges.
The Prime Minister of Canada came to see me. And what was he talking about? With gays. Prime Minister Gordon Brown came to see me. And what was he talking about? Gays. Mrs. Clinton rang me. What was she talking about? Gays.
Feeling, it must be love. The president commented, much as we are trying to legislate this law, go slow. We have got international partners, historically, we have been dealing with in harmony. What was the implication? I don't know. You analyze it. Could it be that these people are really real and they are there? Or they have support? I don't know. It's in the papers today. He told them the whole truth. I have to listen to the news. There I am. Did you see me? And now me, Pepe. Kasha.
Anti-homosexuality activists questioning Uganda's foreign policy interests. This following President Museveni's caution that the nation should go slow on the anti-homosexuality bill after pressure from the international community who threatened to stop aid.
The bill, which seeks to criminalize homosexuality, resonates with many Ugandans for its traditional values preserved. His Excellency is president of a sovereign nation. Now is the time to show the West.
For us, we are going to keep on fighting until we see a liberated lesbian, gays, bisexual, transgender people in Uganda.
Uganda is not only
this old bitch,
but actually strongly herself. The country now awaits the outcome of the meeting between the author of the bill, Dora West, Member of Parliament David Bahati, and Cabinet Daniel Arapoy.
Pepe, I have to laugh at this. Let them fight. They are pulling air. They won't manage. Garbage. Where's my phone? I want to talk to Pepe now. Hi. Hope I never talk the rubbish. No, we have to keep on fighting. We know what you want. Bye-bye. I don't have your time. I will track on now. You watched it?
I watched.
What these MPs wanted yesterday to hear Museveni say, go and kill them and arrest them. Really, I think that's what they wanted. Because they plan to be so Christian. Without pastors being so stupid, I'm sorry, they are so naive. As it was, it is now, never shall be. Life is not static. It moves. Okay, things change. Now we have pushed the dialogue by force. What have I done? I'm educated enough. I went to the best schools in Uganda. I'm proud of that. I'm a taxpayer. So why do I have to choose such a life? Lesbians are being raped by force, curative rape by their relatives. So what do? To leave HIV to roam around because they're putting us to go back into the closet? Success, I wish them. Sometimes it upsets us, sometimes we relax. It's not easy to relax, we pretend that we relax, but when we have... I'm losing my head now. I'm losing my head. It's really annoying, eh? Anyway, maybe I'm dictating. They have right for what they say. That's what they put in the papers.
These people went to court, these ones here, accusing us of invading their privacy, inciting violence against them, and discriminating them. We are now preparing all the evidence, which the lawyer has described as overwhelming, and we shall see the grounds they will use to defeat us. It's going to be a funny situation. I'm very confident this time.
As I was getting out of that gate, these police people, they said, he's one of them. They wanted to chase me. That's why I don't want to go to court when I don't have anyone from Human Rights Commission. When there is someone, at least if anything happens, someone is documenting, is seeing what's going on.
The central issue, as we have identified it, is whether the publication and the threat to further publish identities of persons who are perceived to be homosexual.
To interject, I think we should be either they are or they are not.
Who would determine whether they are? I think it is safer for us to state that they are perceived.
Your Lordship, our submission referred to story published by the respondent. The headline hung them, they're after our kids. The article also names places of residence and where the applicant meet or hang out. By virtue of that story, they have been placed in a state of fear, alarm and anxiety to possible reprisals from the public, particular violence and mob justice. The applicants consider that their constitutional rights have been infringed and the intention of the publisher is irrelevant.
My Lord, I will start with the response. The applicants appear on the internet, broadcast and print as homosexual and lesbian activists. The applicants have never complained about these publications. The applicants are still freely moving around. No evidence has been brought to show that there are possible public outlaws or violence against them. My Lord, since homosexuality is a criminal offense in Uganda, it can be imputed that they don't deny being homosexuals. It is on this premise that I pray that this application be dismissed, as it will create a bad precedent. In the sense of upholding an illegality in the name of human rights activism.
Since you have made very substantial submission, I need to do justice to them.
When I spoke to David, I think Andy was just a bit scared of the final ruling.
But how can this guy come and do this?
Just there's nothing, something happening behind the scene.
Because usually what happens, the judge may really want to be positive, but then the government is trying to press and say no.
be noted that this application is not about homosexuality per se. It's about fundamental rights and freedoms. Clearly, the code of hand gays tends to tremendously threaten their right to human dignity. Code will according that account issued an injunction sought by the applicants restraining the respondents from any further publications of the identities of the persons and homes of the applicants and homosexuals generally. Court accordingly awards 1.5 million shillings to each applicant as compensation. In addition, applicants shall recover their costs from the respondents. Signed, Honorable Justice Sovichko.
On my own behalf, that of my two colleagues, David Kato and Pepe Onzima, and the entire lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community of Uganda, we would like to welcome the verdict of this case. It has taken courage and bravery for us to stand up for this injustice.
Okay, fine. It is unfortunate the court has decided that homosexuality is no longer a crime in this country, but a right. That our lawyers are not going to take it lightly. They are going to appeal the ruling to vow to continue fighting against homosexuality.
December 10, 2010, the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon called on all countries to criminalize homosexuality during his key human rights address. It is the Universal Declaration guaranteeing all human beings their basic human rights, without exception. I would like to thank all those who continue to walk the journey of freedom with us. You are true heroes and sheroes. Let justice reign. Aluda continua.
We shall stop at Namajo to buy some chicken. Where are the ladies? Only men business. She's another confused. You don't about the issues. She's trying to get new woman. Mama. Mama.
Wano we waffe bayitawo sweya. Munange TV to Bane TV nsubire ndawume.
Someone jumped through that they took her TV. It's good she didn't see me, you know, on the WBS. It's okay, she never saw me. She does say, hey. Mom. But she likes me. I love Mom. She loves me. And she loves my friends. Like Mom, she loves me. My mother, she was a nurse in Mati. That's why she might pay for us. Yeah, she went through that time. This one is another hard-working one. Yeah. Next time. But she's a brilliant bitch. Sorry. She knows. If I'm to go next week to UK.
Anampereza obuyambi ono yanyamba.
No, majja kubanga akuyambako nga mugamba. Sio tena.
Myezi mukaaga era yana.
Nja kuseba mama
na kwa. Stay in David's home.
I'll close.
Emmere yo.
I don't worry about that. I'll just close. For you, no, majja kubanga akuyamba. Oli mogo tumutwaye naye no.
Mubi.
Okay. She wants me to produce kids. That's my only. She's so huh? There is marrying. She likes Naomi. She doesn't like Naomi. She's also like me.
Let's go.